Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I was trying to wait only because I know some people were trying to get in before, and because it was locked for some reason, it wasn't letting people on. So I was trying to give people time to try to hop back on again. If somebody is in the Live Your Best Life group underneath my live this morning, if they can just say there were technical difficulties at first, but you can hop on now, I would greatly appreciate it, only because I can't do that. I always record these though. It looks like we only have mostly team on, which is fine. I record these and then I put them in the event on the Live Your Best Life group. So we'll just go ahead and get rolling. If you hopped on today, you want to learn a little bit about the Thrive experience. Some of you who may watch this or watch the replay, if you have not yet started your Thrive experience, it is 3 simple steps you do in the first 20 minutes of your morning. Sorry about that. Okay. 3 simple steps you do in the first 20 minutes of your morning, starting with the lifestyle capsules. You take 1 to 2 capsules first thing before your feet even hit the floor. I always tell new thrivers, set a timer on your phone. After a while, it becomes muscle memory, but 15 to 20 minutes later, and you do have up to 45 minutes later. So let's not, just getting technical, you have up to 45 minutes later, but 15 to 20 minutes later, mix this lifestyle mix with 6 to 8 ounces of water or milk of your choice in a shaker cup, anything with a lid, and drink it back. And then put on your DFT, which I'll be putting this one on because I just did my step 2 not too long ago. This morning when I woke up, I immediately started working from my phone and talking to new thrivers. And that is the great thing about this business, is that you can work it from anywhere. I literally laid in the bed this morning, the first half of my morning, before I even did my meditation, before I even took my capsules, I had messages rolling in, and I was able to work my business from my bed on my phone. So that is the beauty of this business, and the beauty of this business is we have a product that works. We have 3 steps that is literally life-changing. You take those capsules, they call them the jumper cables for a reason. Like 15 to 20 minutes later, you start to feel alive. You start to see things in HD. You follow it up with that lifestyle mix, and it's cleaning your gut, and your body's absorbing those vitamins more. And then when you put on that DFT, it keeps you going throughout the day. It's time releasing those vitamins throughout the day. You're getting all the nutrients and everything that you need. So that is the beauty of the 3 steps. And those who have a vision and want more in life, they kind of like start out with, hey, let me get some product for free. How do I do that? Share it with your friends. You have 2 people in the same month, and they, if they decide to thrive with you, the company has this beautiful, beautiful program where 2 referrals get you free Thrive the very next month. I've been thriving free since I started, So you start out thriving free, and then you're like, well, maybe I can make a little gas money. And so then you're like, okay, well, let me help you make some gas money. And then you start to see the financial freedom and the opportunity in this. And, it's anything you want. If you want to go hard at it and you want to focus on it and really make it something, you can replace your income with this business if you want to, and if you don't, then you can just share the experience and have a little gas money on the side and just go about your life. But that is the beauty of this business, and we'll hear more about that later. Today, we have my favorite guy, Juan Leon. He is my favorite guy in the whole world. As a friend, Tommy, you didn't hear that.
No, he gonna get me in trouble with Tommy.
He knows he's my favorite. Juan has been on this journey with us from the very, very beginning. He has an amazing story. His Thrive experience is amazing. His promoter side is amazing. And I'm going to let him take over. I don't know if you guys follow Juan on Facebook, but if you do, he's a jokester. He is himself. He says that all the time. He is your X-rated friend. He's going to be that friend that just says whatever, and you either love him how he is or don't love him at all. I choose to love him how he is. And that's another beauty of this business. You can be who you are. There are no rules. You can be yourself. You can be yourself, and your people will come. So Juan, go on and take it away and let us, tell everybody about the amazing story and how you became my favorite person in the whole world.
Well, thank you. Man, well, yeah, like you said, I'm not your average promoter here, you know. But let's backtrack a little bit. Let me tell you about my story, how I even how I met all these wonderful people, you know. It started about 2 years ago. Uh, I was in the middle of a divorce, and I was in a very dark place, you know. I, I I hid it from everybody else, but I couldn't hide it from my son. You know, like I said, I've always been a jokester, so everybody else around, I would joke around like nothing, like everything was normal, you know. But from him, I just couldn't hide it. You know, like he knew something was wrong. He was like 2 years at the time, and he just stopped like doing other stuff that as a parent you notice, you know, and that brought me even more down. But it also taught me that I needed to stop focusing on just myself and worry about what I'm doing towards him, you know, because even though it's affecting me, it's also affecting him. So I decided I need to do something, you know, and I was always been a big guy. I'm still am. And so I decided I needed to lose weight, right? So just like any other guy, when you start doing to lose weight, what do? You get your pre-workout, you get your protein, and you hit the gym. So I started doing that for a while, and it worked for a while. And but there's always side effects, you know. There's always like I take stuff that was too strong and I couldn't go to sleep, or it wasn't enough, or uh, it got too expensive, like to the point where I was like, man, I'm not spending $500-600 on a pre-workout. Like that's ridiculous, you know. So I'm always been a cheap guy. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I don't spend much money on myself, so for me to put that much money out for that, I'd be like, nah, forget it. So one of my friends actually reached out to me, and because I also breed English bulldogs, and he was like, "Hey man, I have this thing that I think that may help you." And one thing that you find out as a promoter is that guys are super skeptical. I mean, I know I was. So I know that whenever I started doing promoting, I know that those are the biggest challenge, guys, because we always think like, man, what is this stuff like? Why are you selling it on Facebook? Why can't if it actually works? Why is it not in the stores? And the stuff that we never ask from somebody else. Like if you go to the vitamin store, you don't ask all these questions. You don't do all that. But it's just the fact that it's on social media from a friend of yours that's actually telling you, hey man, you should take this, that it makes you like question it. Just the bottom of it is like, what is my friend telling me this? Why can't I just get at the store for somebody else? You know, you don't want, for some reason, guys don't want that connection whenever you buy something. It's weird. So I could relate to it. But anyways, Johnny, his name is Johnny. I don't know if he's here today, but he'll probably see it. I always mention him. But Johnny was like, hey man, you could try this. I was like, man, we were going for like a week back and forth. I was asking all these questions that I never asked from the vitamin store. You know, I would just go show up and be like, hey, give me the next. I was taking this. This stuff don't work. Like, give me the next stuff. So he finally he's like, look, I'm gonna just send it to you, try it, and then we'll talk about it. So he sent it to me. I was working nights at the time, and I was taking some other stuff that would keep me up at night, you know. So I mean, my night, which is daylight. But so the next day, I started after work. I mean, after I woke up and I took it, I went to the gym, and at the gym, I was like, why does it feel the same? Like I was taking some really strong stuff that would keep me up at night, and I took the Thrive, and it felt like I was taking that stuff, but like it wasn't a rush. It was just energy there, but there was no jitters. There was no itch in the back of your neck. There's no how can I say it? It just feels like a clean energy, you know, like I told him, I remember that day telling him like it feels like I'm in solar power, you know. So I went to the gym and then I went to work and I was up, you know. If you work nights, you know there's times of the night of your work that you just sleepy, man. It's just nature, you know, like that sunrise starts to come up and your eyes start like to close, and that day, it wasn't that. You know, I was just alert and awake, and it was what we doing, this and that, and everybody was like, "What the hell's wrong with Juan?" Like that dude's almost sleeping like around this time, and he's awake. You know, so I went home, took a shower, and the biggest thing for me was that I took a shower, I laid down in bed, and I went straight to sleep. You know, even though I felt energy right before I went to sleep, I was able to go to sleep like no problem. There was no like tossing and turning and waiting for me to like get off of this energy out of me. It was just like, okay, time to go to sleep, and went to sleep. So the next day, as soon as I woke up, I hit up Johnny. I was like, hey man, how do I get this stuff? How do I sell it? Where do I go? Give me a link. Give me this stuff like right now. I need it right now. Like I was one of those one day thrivers, which I found out is very random. So I think I was blessed to be that way, because I think that's the thing. Like a lot of people that like go in and out of it is because they don't feel in the first day, but eventually you will feel it. You know, I mean, everybody's body is different, and you got to think about the fact that everything you've done to your body so far has affected it this whole time. So we got to work backwards, you know? So um, I went promoter the first day, and I haven't looked back ever since. I didn't hit the 800 or 1600, but I hit the 4K. And the thing about me, like you on this business, you get what you put in, you know. And it's not just you; it's the team that you have behind, which Shantae and Mama Q and Tommy and everybody else. Like everybody is there to support you. Everybody is there to bring you along, because your success helps everybody else. You know, it's a team effort. You know, like you're not on this alone. And I think that's my problem sometimes. Like I try to take everything by myself, and I don't have to. You don't have to. You have everybody else here that's on this live. You have everybody that you have on the chats. You have everybody that at your disposal. Really, like I've talked to people from other teams, like about questions and stuff, and they will answer it to you. There's no like we're all a big family. Like there's no like, oh, that's my customer. Like, what are you doing, Lita? Like there's plenty to go around. There's nothing like that. And the people that you meet in here are awesome, man. Like I made some really cool friends throughout this whole time. And I tell you that I mean I've lost a lot of weight. I don't know how long, because I really don't try to weigh myself. But I used to be a 2XL, but now I can fit in a large sometimes. So uh, if if you don't do it so much for and that's the thing, that's the biggest misconception a lot of people when they start off, is that it's just a weight loss thing. But it's not, you know. It brings a level of energy to your life that you never felt before, you know. Like I remember a lot of times where I wouldn't want to do nothing, you know, come home from work and just want to lay there, you know, watch TV, want to do nothing. And now that we're in the house, sometimes we're like, man, we gotta look for something to do, like, you know. And I've worked 14 hours sometimes, and it's like, okay, what do we do now, you know? And it's not like one of those things where you have to do something, but if you wanted to, it's there, you know. Like I told to a lot of people, it's like you don't feel tired anymore, like. And I can't describe it to you. You just gotta really feel it, because I just the other day I gave a sample to this girl, and I told her like, "This is how you take it, yada yada yada." I was like, and I told her the same thing, like, you're just not gonna feel tired. And she was like, "What? What do you mean?" I was like, "Man, just try it. Like, I don't know how else to describe it to you, but you'll see the feeling." And she tried it. She's like, "Oh my God, I know exactly what you mean now." I was like, sometimes it's harder to describe it, but it's nothing better than to try it, you know. And that's the thing. Like a lot of people don't want to take that leap, but I'm glad I did, you know. And I think that's part most of my story. You gotta take that leap of faith, man. You gotta go for it sometimes, you know. And like you can be successful, like Sean, I mean, like you say, like you get what you put into this, you know. I go in and out. I ain't gonna lie, I go in and out sometimes, but I see people that are really successful, and you can do it. You just gotta put your mind to it, and like, but you can work it anywhere, you know. Like you can you can work it however you want to do it. You know, there's no blueprint of this is how you must do it. You gotta have these many customers, and you gotta meet this quota, or you gotta make so many people because yada yada. So like no, like you can work however you want it. You don't even have to be a promoter. You can still get your stuff for free. So it's an amazing product, it's amazing people, and I'm so glad I did, you know. You take a nap, Q.
Thank you, Juan. And yes, Juan, he just doesn't give up, and he loves the product, and that's what it takes. And Kristen, are you ready to let everybody know about the business side of things?
Sure. Well, thanks guys for getting on Saturday morning. We appreciate it. I'm Kristen Gonzalez. Thanks, Juan, for sharing too. I always love hearing your story, and I'm so glad we had a guy on. I was texting my guy friends like, get on, you got to hear this story. But anyway, so gosh, the journey has been crazy. It's been 5 years now. May 22nd was my 5-year anniversary. And to think about being in a company for 5 years, I'm like, did I even hold any other jobs that long? I don't even know. But it says something to be able to take a product every single day for 5 years. There must be something to it. I'm sure y'all just saw me drinking my shake. I have a 2-year-old and 2-month-old. So that's one reason why I continue to take it. But when I first started, I was a teacher. I taught elementary school. So if there's any teachers on here, let me know. Hey, summertime, right? Woohoo, thank Jesus. Some of y'all parents became teachers and even know you're going to become a teacher, but you understand it's freaking hard and it's exhausting. So anyways, being a teacher, being a parent, you get tired. And so that's why I started taking my Thrive, the 3 steps, and I needed something simple. Capsule, shake, DHT, I could do that in the first 20 minutes of my morning and then not worry about anything else for the rest of the day. Sign me up. Plus, it was half the price of the products I was taking previously. Yeah, before I was spending $300 a month, crazy. Now it's like $5 a day. And then I told some people about it because I was a broke teacher and I had to get it for free. So, you know, if you think about that, even if you pay, I would pay twice as much for it, but $5 a day, I spent that on coffee and soda, junk food, and I still felt like crap and I was fluffy and not happy with myself. So why not give it a shot? So when I ordered, I started telling some of the teachers about it. I had never tried the products at that point. I just saw my friend posting about it on Facebook. If y'all are that way too, put it in the chat and say, watch my crazy friend on Facebook talk about Thrive. She was kind of annoying. I wanted to block her, but I also was intrigued to watch. And so I said, screw it, let's give it a shot. I had a friend that wanted to do it too. She had signed up and ordered from my website. And so I was already halfway to free. So either as a customer or promoter, if you have 2 people that order, you can get your next month for free. The only difference between being a customer promoter is now as a promoter, you make money off of it. So like I said, I was a broke teacher. I figured if I don't have to pay website fees, if I don't have to pay annual fees, I don't have to pay monthly fee, like you don't pay anything extra. It's just a click of a button. You become a promoter. And when people order, you make the money. And I'm like, I need the money. We were planning a wedding. We were trying to buy a house. Gosh, I was living credit card to credit card. My husband had student loans. So I knew that anything would help, even $15. It's like I got a discount, right? Worst case scenario. So she ordered, told some teachers, I got them around the teacher table. I got my friend on the phone because I had no clue what I was doing. I'm like, I don't even know what it is. It's vitamins. She just told me it makes her happy and she's getting skinny. Like, don't we want to be happy and skinny? Yeah. So I put her on speakerphone, and then the teacher friends, 2 of them joined as customers, 2 of them joined as promoters. So when you have 2 customers, you have 2 promoters, you have $800 in online orders, you hit this fast start bonus. That's where you make back, sorry, the dog is now stuck in here. Hey. There. You make back about $660 in cash and bonuses. So it's pretty good return, right? 800 in sales, 660 back to you. I needed that for my wedding, like I said. And then I just kept sharing. I got my products in. I loved them. I kept telling more people. Those teachers told more people. They wanted to thrive for free. And it's just like a ripple effect. Like you toss a pebble into the ocean and it creates those ripples, right? And they were feeling good. And before you know it, the first month we hit the first rank in the company. Right now, when you do that, you get some awesome Maui Jim sunglasses, even prescription ones. So that's pretty cool. And then we kept telling more people. And then in 60 days, we hit a car bonus. I love that this company makes it only the second rank in the company and you can get your car paid for. Like if you would love to get your car paid for, put in the chat. Be like, I need that. If you are getting your car paid for, put in the chat so we can see how attainable this is, guys. Like we have almost 110 people now on our team that are getting their card paid for every single month. So it's not just me. It's not just 1 or 3 people in the company. It is thousands of people getting their card paid for, meaning it's attainable. And it's only the second rank in the company. And that's you and your team collectively. All you need are 12,000 orders. So very, very possible. And then, so that happened in the first 2 months. And then we earned a vacation. This company gives you 3 vacations a year. A year. Like, whose job does that? Teaching sure as heck did not. And they didn't say, we're going to send you all inclusive with you and your spouse and we're going to pay for it. No. But here, you can earn that. So we earned our free vacation. We went to Cabo, Mexico, and that's where I caught the vision. I came back. Before that with my car, I was just getting $300 a month for my Corolla because I didn't even think this was real. I didn't think that I was going to continue to get a car payment. But then I came back from the trip and I got my Mercedes and then they were giving me $800 a month to drive a Mercedes. Like, what? I was a teacher. Like, teachers don't do that. And now we have my Escalade that I will never trade in because I have my 2 children and the dog and I need the space. So anyways, fast forward, here we are. We've got 7,000 promoters on the team, 45,000 customer accounts, over 100 people getting their car paid for. We've been on 14 vacations. It'd be more if Corona wasn't here to ruin some of them. But just crazy, crazy stuff have happened. Like I never, ever thought I would be doing network marketing. I don't think of it that way at all. I think of it as I love my products and I know other people are going to love them too. Why not share about it? There are people out there suffering, y'all. There are people out there, moms struggling right now. There are dads struggling right now. There are grandparents that are struggling. They might have aches and discomforts in their body. People who can't sleep at night. Like so many people need our good nutrition. People who need the immune support, right? Like now is the time to fill our body with the best quality vitamins that work, that help people with weight management, whether that's losing pounds. I've lost 30 pounds already since having my child. He's like a couple months. Some people who gain healthy muscle mass, he's screaming, I can hear him. You know, whatever their body needs, this does it for them. So why would we not tell people about it? And when you get those messages of how it's helping them, you just want to keep telling more. And by telling more people and helping them, the company rewards you. And I just to paint a picture of what could happen is you could be completely debt free. We were able to pay off all my husband's student loans, plus all of our medical bills. So that was over like $30,000 in debt. Not the one we just had, what was I trying to say? Valentine's Day before, I was able to buy his dream car in cash. Like, how cool is that? As a wife, like, I felt pretty proud of doing that. You know, being home with my babies, but still having a purpose and providing for my family, living in my dream neighborhood. Like, I freaking love it. In a house that I absolutely love. Being able to say yes. If we want to go on vacation, I mean, we can't really do it right now because the world's telling us no. But if the world wasn't, like we've done in the past, we picked up for 2 weeks and we went to Colombia. We went to, Puerto Vallarta was the trip. And then we went to Colombia. So we were gone for 2 weeks on a vacation, like, but I was still making money and I was still working from my phone. Like, hello, it's seriously like a dream job. And I'm not trying to say it's all rainbows and butterflies. There's definitely some hard points in there. I've definitely cried, but the reward totally outweighs the struggle. And so, you know, life is going to be hard anyways. Why not do something that's really going to help build you a residual income and wealth? And so all of that to say, it's possible for anyone. There's nothing special about me. I just blabbed about it nonstop and told as many people as possible. And some people said yes right then, and some people are saying yes 5 years later. So, you know, just share, because you never know who you're going to help with this. You never know whose life, like, you totally will change. And I know it sounds cheesy, vitamins changing people's life, but seriously, people who don't even want to wake up in the morning, people who don't want to get out of bed, people who don't even want to be on this earth anymore, that you can tell them about something that's going to bring them happiness and joy and hope and just, I mean, a prosperous future. So if you haven't started yet, that's the first step. Go get your free account set up. I'm sure you all are in the Live Your Best Life group. That's probably why you are on here. But I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? You spend $150. We've spent that on some stupid stuff. Like, let's be real. Happy hour, right? That doesn't help my body. So toys for our kids that they break or outgrow. Mama, do it for you. Like, say yes to yourself. It's going to be the best gift you give yourself and everybody else around you. So I'm done, Q. I'm passing it back to you. Thanks for having me share.
All right. Well, so get back with the person who invited you to this opportunity Zoom. They can answer any questions for you. I don't think we have anybody on here that has questions, but if so, I'll give you a second to unmute and ask your question. Anybody have questions? No. Okay. So get back with the person who invited you to this. This video will be available in the Live Your Best Life group under events, under today's event. Get back with them, ask any questions you have, and get your experience started. Thank you for taking time out of your Saturday. Juan, thank you so much. Juan's in a different time zone, so is Kristen. So thank you both very much for hopping on. I appreciate you all, and this is officially over. Happy Saturday, guys.
Bye.